What's up, guys? My name's Joe Raymond, and I'm a fishing guide out here on the Susquehanna River.
I've been fishing this river on and off my entire life. My dad got me into the fishing as a child, younger, playing around in creeks and streams, and every now and then we'd venture off to the mighty Susquehanna. So I got my first jet boat at the age of 25, and it was a nice jet boat. It was an outboard jet boat, and it worked good, but it wasn't exactly what I needed. So I started doing research, and I stumbled on these things. This is a custom designed jet boat. It's an inboard jet. It's a boat made by Rockproof Boats. The model's called the River Rocket, and I got my first one of these in 2012.
So they say the Susquehanna is a mile wide and a foot deep. And there's times of the year when that's true. And that's part of what makes the Susquehanna such a phenomenal habitat for the smallmouth. Really, it starts with the forage. With the river being shallow, relatively shallow, it's a mix of gravel and solid bedrock. Really it's solid bedrock, and then you have gravel filling all the cracks. And then you'll have areas where there's, rock and boulder and logs and all kinds of different structure, positioned different areas. And it just makes for the perfect habitat for all the different forage, like crayfish and bait fish and bugs and just all kinds of different stuff. There's grass beds out there for little bait fish like shiners. And because there's so much forage out there, the smallmouth really thrive. I mean, there's plenty of stuff for them to eat. I don't think they ever go hungry. And they'll be sitting on those current seams, and you'll feel them crunch it. You'll feel, a tick or a crunch or whatever, and as soon as you feel that, stick them. Smallmouth don't like the larger crayfish. They like the smaller ones. They like, a crayfish. When I see them spitting them up, they're spitting up crayfish that are generally like, they'll spit them up down to a ½ inch, but for the most part, like 1 inch to 2.5 inches or something like that. They like that small bite-sized crayfish. We got another quality fish here on the TRD hogs and the NetLocks. This is a 1/10 ounce. These things are working real good this morning in this cold water. Water's a little off color. We're using a green pumpkin color. That's a real good hook on the NetLocks. Sticks them good sharp. They ain't getting off once you hook them on that. These fish just cannot resist the ElaZtech. Once they start nosing around it, they feel how soft that stuff is. It's like candy to them. It's the next best thing to live bait. This stuff might even actually outfish live bait. It's amazing. You can catch 100 fish on this bait if you don't lose it. I mean, they're just, you can see, if I can't tear it, how's a fish gonna tear it? They're just gonna last forever. He choked it. This fish absolutely choked it. These Susquehanna smallmouth, I'm telling you what, once they get a feel on that ElaZtech, it drives them nuts. They gotta come back. Look at how, I pulled on that fish right away, and look at how deep he's got that. That's in 40-degree water too. Just slurp the heck out of it. I know there's plenty of crayfish out there, but I don't know if it just looks like an easy target for them, but they'll go after it. And these Z-Man baits that I'm using, like the TRDs and the tubes, the TRD hogs, they simulate the bait fish and the forage, the crayfish. They are so close in comparison, and I think that's why I have such good success on these different ElaZtech products.